Good evening, divas. It is Mel and Dave here from Boudoir by Angeline. Minutes to see if Nicole and Sherie, if you jump online.
So tonight we are doing our Boudoir and Banter, which for those of you that don't know what that is, neither do we. So Boudoir and Banter is where we jump on, we talk about a few topics, we talk about a bunch of maybe, who knows, and you guys can certainly ask questions and, you know, whatever you want to know, pipe in to whatever we're talking about.
Look, Boudoir and Banter is nothing if not chaotic, so.
Absolutely, and this is the first time we've had three of us on, so yeah. As I was saying before, I will be eating chips. Dave made homemade ranch sauce.
Well, Dave.
I'm pretty impressed.
I just put some Italian herbs stuff in some mayonnaise.
No garlic, no onion.
No, there was a little more to it than that. Well, that's 6 other ingredients, but
So, hello.
Let's tip it off tonight by talking about the Masquerade Ball.
Yes,
because that's pretty exciting.
Yeah. So, I believe we've got. Hang on, I can check. I think. What did I say today? 98.
We've already sold half the tickets.
Yes.
Oh,
so there's only 98 left. So if you want a ticket to our Masquerade Ball,
you need to get in.
Get it now.
Because they're going quick.
Which looks like one of these. You have to let us know. We'll put the checkout link in there somewhere in the comments to grab your ticket, because it is going to be a night to remember. So it is Saturday, 12th of October. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. 6 p.m. start. There is games. There is lots of interactive fun.
There's lots of shenanigans.
There's lots. If you think this is crazy, we'll have a more pre-rehearsed crazy at the ball. So there will be.
Nicole and Sherie are singing a duet together.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 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 We're taking requests.
I think Dave should sing that.
Yeah.
He should sing.
That'll be the encore.
What's your song, Sherie? I think we should take a request. Vote. Ooh, yeah.
Love it. We have got games. We've got. I was going to say face painting. Like, no, we don't have face painting.
Face painting.
My face will be painted.
Yeah.
We're going to have a bar tab. So, you know, just come for the drinks. And
there'll be some food.
Yeah.
There'll be some food getting around.
How often do you get to dress up and just like feel amazing? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all you've got to do is sort out your attire and a mask, because it's a masquerade. But yeah, either come along with friends, come along with a partner. It's up to you, but yeah, it's definitely. How often do masquerade balls come around?
In Brisbane?
Yeah.
Once every 2 years. Yeah.
Exactly. Once every 2 years. Bingo. So yeah, come join us, have fun. There's never going to be a dull moment. There's always something going on. So it's not going to be slow and boring. It's going to be just action-packed. And next thing you know, the night's over and you've had a great night. So
this is your chance to get yourself some tickets for a great night out.
Yeah. That's it. Like tonight, we're going to be doing a heap of there'll be plenty of time to just chat to people that are there and hang out and talk to people who are in the little boudoir community in Brisbane as well. And then, yes, we will be having games throughout the night, but also games ongoing through the night. So there's going to be plenty of reasons to win prizes too. So, exciting.
Yes, the scavenger hunt. I'm looking forward to creating all of those little
clues.
Riddles. Yes. Yeah, that was interesting last time.
This is my first ball. I'm so excited.
Ooh.
Yeah. So all the team will be there, which should be pretty cool. Including our 2 hair and makeup artists. So Cindy and Tennille will both be there. All right. What recommended stores, shops for lingerie? What's your absolute favourite place and the one you instantly recommend? So You know my answer for that. After my massive amount of lingerie that I've just purchased for the client closet.
Bras and things.
Bras and things.
Yeah.
They're getting quite inclusive, which is really good. So a lot of the sizes they're ranging from size 6 to, I think I've got up to 18 from Bras and Things. So not super inclusive, but they've got a pretty nice range. My second one would be City Chic. So that's where I get a lot of my bodysuits and the 2 pieces from for our Kobe girls. So we've got lots of them. Those of you who have not seen my amazing client closet, you need to hop on a live and I will show you.
We're probably due to do another one.
Yes.
We do them regularly, so.
I introduced another, I think it was 20 different pieces last week.
Is that how you get your shopping fix, Mel?
I think so, yeah. Yeah. Because I don't buy them for me.
No.
I mean, I try to and I go, no, I don't like that. It's my excuse to
pass it on.
Yeah. And our client today, she wore 4 pieces from our new closet.
So yeah, so pretty.
I think
they all new ones?
I think they were. Yeah, all 4 of them were. So
there you go.
So you gotta eat all my chips.
Yeah. Well, I mean, quick.
How do you make ladies like myself with a pot belly look good? It's all about the angles. So Dave is the master of, I'm going to take this away.
Eating chips.
He is the master of photography and lighting. He is really good at grabbing the light so it reflects and it looks amazing. Me, on the other hand, and Nicole are masters of posing. So, oh, he's giving me a pat on. Oh, go away. Right, I'm going to answer this and then you can. Okay, so this is what you get in a shoot. Here's my tips. So it is all about angles and not like going flat on like this and not having like angles where you're like this. It's all about being So you've got nothing to worry about, Lisa, whatsoever.
So Mel and or Nicole will use posing techniques too. So there's a certain ways to pose that are more flattering, and then of course poses with the angles and lighting and things like that. It's kind of the way I see boudoir is it's kind of like showing you a version of you, but not from what you see all the time. Like our own perspective, we always just see that straight reflection because we don't have eyes anywhere else. You know, our eyes are straight on top of our head, direct front and center, right? So our reflection that we see ourselves in is generally going to be like the mirror or, you know, a glass door or something like that straight on thing. We're going to show you angles and different poses and stuff from all different sides and give you a whole new outlook of yourself, I guess. So that's sort of how we look at it.
Yeah.
I don't think we shoot front on. Maybe we do in a couple of shots.
There's a few.
But your face is not like this. It's like
you're posed, so it's
stealing all Dave's chips.
She is.
So funnily enough,
she's
we're
dragging
actually
this question out so she can just scoff chips.
I was just going to say, so funnily enough, there's actually a post going up at our main socials tonight that talks about this a little bit, of kind of what the best pose for boudoir is. And I think that's one of the things, and especially having learned a lot of the posing and everything like that recently, is that there's not really one best pose because it depends on yourself, your body shape, your flexibility, mobility, all that sort of stuff. You will find images in there and poses throughout the session that complement you better, and that's why we have such a big range of it. So yeah, there'll be something for you.
And that's it. There's like a whole like range of different body types that it's almost like saying no two people are the same, because it's true. Like, yeah, we're all different in every aspect. And like you can try and sum things up to like body type classifications, but at the end of the day, you could like, if everyone ticked a box to say, oh, is this particular body type, and you put all those people together, they're all different. Like, so we're just sort of like going to work with like you as an individual to go like, you know, what's what pose is going to work for you, what angles are going to work for you, how are we going to put your arm here, or what are we going to do, like how are we going to set you up that's going to be good for you. Like the next person, that may not apply 100%. There might have to be adjustments or slight variation of things, or it could be a massive variation of something, just because everyone's different. So,
and I feel like that's quite a I guess a common question as well. I don't know, Sherie, is that something you get asked a lot? Yeah.
I find a lot of people ask, what kind of posing is it, or can we do our own kind of posing? And it's just about explaining that it's taken years and years for Mel and Dave to perfect the posing, because it depends on, like we're just saying, body type, sizes, shapes and sizes. Like what you could be a size 10, somebody else could be a size 10, and you're completely different body types. So yeah, I answer that question a lot.
Yeah.
I find.
Yeah. I've heard Sherie say that it's all predetermined posing, and it pretty much is. We have somewhere between, I reckon it's about 400 now, different poses in our brains at any one time that we have to go. Yeah, we have to go, okay, what are we going to do with this? So this particular client might not have the flexibility as the previous client. So how are we going to make this work for her? Like, yeah, it's all very different.
We've had clients with limitations too. Like it's not just about flexibility, but you might have bad knees. You might have not much range in your shoulders. You know what I mean? Like some people can't get their hands up above their head like this. Like they might have had injuries or something.
Yeah.
So we're not going to be able to do a pose where your arms are straight up, sort of thing, if that's the case. So we have to then sort of go, right, what are we going to do? Pivot, yeah. So you got to work on the fly a little bit like that, but that's, again, it comes down to just everyone being unique, and and it's not, for us, it's not difficult. So that's just another day in the office for us. But I can understand how people would get they put a lot of weight on their own shoulders. Like they start thinking, but I can't do that. And what if I can't arch like that, or what if I can't pose like that, and everything like that? And it's like, that's totally okay if you can't. Like, you're not going to be, you're not alone, and you're not going to be like stuck. So, you just, in the hardest part, you've just got to put a bit of faith into someone else then, who is us.
Yeah. That's right.
Nicole, I'm going to ask you this one.
Oh,
do you share my images online?
if you want us to.
It's as simple as that.
It's the most basic answer of the night.
To elaborate, so as I think a lot of you know, I started off here as the social media manager, which I still do a lot of that sort of stuff, but basically a lot of that myself and Neil deal with a lot of that and behind the scenes and everything. But when it comes to your images, and when it comes to us putting you online in any capacity, photos, videos, whatever, it is always up to you, and you have the final say. If you can choose to either have no release, as in you don't want them to be anywhere, you can have them released just into this group here, into the Angelized Divas, and that is all. Only the ladies, sorry, in the group will be able to see those.
Except Dave, he's the only guy.
Everyone in the group, so Dave and all the other ladies will be able to see it. Or if you are comfortable with it, we would love for you to be a full release as well, which basically means that your images will be able to go in the group, on our website, on our main social media, so not just the private group here, and basically used in marketing for the technical terms. But yeah, you have the final say on where you want your images to go. If that's nowhere, that's entirely up to you. So we would love to share your images, but if you are not comfortable, we will not. Lisa has asked, is there any color lingerie that works best?
I guess
maybe with certain studios.
It comes down to the individual, doesn't it? Like everyone's going to have their preference of what colors suit them. Maybe it's their skin tone, maybe it's the color of their eyes or their hair. If you're stuck on colors, you don't know what colors will suit you and stuff like that. Like black is always going to be an easy, goes with anyone sort of thing. But we do like a splash of color to change it up a bit.
Especially in the moody set.
Yeah, so the moody sets, the really bright, vibrant colors, like, or even they don't have to be like super bright, like your pinks and oranges and stuff like that. But even some of like your darker blues and that will still pop really well in that dark and moody set.
Red, dark red.
Yeah, even dark red. So it doesn't have to be a really bright red, but darker ones. The only thing we don't really, we try not to use, there's always exceptions, but is black in the dark and moody, especially if it's a bodysuit. Because then obviously with bodysuits, you have less skin tone to bounce back for the light to bounce back to the camera. So if we can avoid it, we try to stay away from black in the dark and moody, but the colors, they pop really, really well.
Yeah.
So
I remember doing the Twilight set when we were like preparing everything, and we were trying to like using me and Mellow's bottles, and I, as I always do, as you can see, wear black constantly, and they were just like, "You have anything else? I can't see you."
Nicole, I need to see your butt. I was saying that to her.
Okay.
Can we put something over the top of the black? Just to have a bit of colour.
Yeah.
We do.
Only in this job
we're
could
also
you get away with that.
Sorry?
I said only in this job could you get away with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you are sort of stuck on, you just don't know what colors will go with you and that, of course, we've got the client closet. There's a lot of options in there, and we're open to give you advice if you sort of like, you tell me what looks good, what colors and stuff. So
I have a question for Sherie.
Yeah.
Because you are the lovely lady that talks to everyone before their sessions, based on, I guess, common questions and things that you've spoken about a lot with people, what is your biggest piece of advice going into a session or
realize that you're probably going to feel a few nerves, and that's normal, and like don't give in to them. It's fine. Once you've got your hair and makeup done, maybe some liquid courage. Most people say afterwards, when I speak to them afterwards, they say, I was fine. Once I'd sort of a couple of shots in, don't know what I was worried about. That, and I get asked a lot when they should wash their hair. So I'm always telling people, don't wash their hair the day of the shoot. It's usually too clean, too slippery. It won't hold style for long, so it won't have the longevity. So throughout your session, you don't want your curls or waves or whatever to just like fall out. So wash it the day prior or 2 days prior to that.
Prior. Yeah.
Roughly. Yeah.
We move so quickly in a shoot. Like you don't have time for those nerves. It's like, all right, you ready? Yep, we're ready. And it's just like, Nicole and I are posing, and Dave's just getting the lighting ready, taking the shot, little bit of a direction, and then it's just like, all right, next one. Like, we give you such a nice variety of your images that the hour and a half or hour that we're shooting for just goes so quick. Like, it's phenomenal.
On that as well, if you need a water break at any point, just go for it, because we will just keep moving and be like, oh, you need water?
Dave is constantly reminding Nicole, have you had some water?
I'm sorry for that.
I asked her like today, I asked her like twice, Nicole, having a drink, having water? She's like, yep. I'm like, I haven't had any.
On that note.
Yeah.
I've got my little tea bag in there, so it's cold. Thanks, Melly. She said, highly recommend these guys. We love you. You have to come back. We have new sets. My favorite set right now is Twilight. Oh my god,
beautiful.
It is just divine.
Yeah,
it's hot.
We've had the Twilight set idea kind of floating around in our brains for so long. Like, it's always been a sort of a thought, yeah, we should do something like this, and then it's always just a how and the what to do and everything. But to have it finally going is awesome. It's just like, and it's like, how you have an idea and you're going like, hey, I reckon this will look really cool, and then you put it together and you sort of go, holy Like, did I like downplay that in my mind or what? Like, it's even better. Like,
I wish I could shoot this set every, like, the whole year, but gosh, it's hot.
Yeah.
It gets a little warm.
We have the aircon cranked, and because we're like posing and moving around, we're like, I'm like dripping with sweat. The client's fine because they're like pretty much naked, but we are not. So it gets hot.
Let's make that clear.
We are not naked. See, we wear uniforms because they're like casual.
Oh,
Only
man,
on
that would
Fridays.
be a freaking weird shit.
It's never going to happen.
Anyone's booked in
Don't
on
worry
Friday.
about it.
They're in it now. They're like, oh,
Yeah, no.
okay.
Gosh.
So Lisa has asked, also love you, Lisa. Thank you for all the questions.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa has asked, with touching up the photos, do you have a certain standard? So retouch.
I guess yes. But how do I explain that standard? Because we have a way that we do it. So it's because we go for consistency, obviously. That way you know what you're going to get. If you've never been with us before, you can look at our work and you know that's going to be what you get. So we do have a consistency. As a standard, like, so we do do a softening sort of thing, like with the skin. We do get rid of like bruises.
Bruises.
You
Oh,
can
wow.
demonstrate what a bruise looks like.
Blemishes.
Yeah, so blemishes, any kind of like scratches or maybe scars. You're certainly welcome to let us know if there is anything you want kept in. Some people have scars and stuff like that that are kind of like sentimental to them in a way, like it tells a story, it's part of them, and they're like, please keep that in. Totally cool.
Yeah,
and
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
pointing out. Yeah.
Stretch marks from their babies. Yep.
We're happy to remove them also if you want. Also comes with things like tattoos too. Some people have like maybe a tattoo and they're like, yeah, don't like this one. There might be a backstory to it. And we can totally get rid of those tattoos, no problem as well. Apart from that, as far as the editing goes, like I guess in general, photographers, we go off the same sort of editing styles as a standard, like most photographers do too. So there's like a little bit of like sharpening and stuff that happens like around eyes, things like that. It's very stock standard stuff, but then we put our own stuff onto that. We also have a very unique black and white that we do.
It's not a standard black and white.
So it's not just like hitting a black and white button. A lot of your phones and stuff will have these sort of features. We've sort of created our own with the different, you got your color channels that you can do things with and different sort of contrasts. And yeah, basically we've fiddled around and found the best kind of like, we call it, what's the best way to describe it? It's a very deep black and white in a way. So the blacks are very deep black, a lot of contrast in them, but not ridiculous amount, you know. I gotta.
So I always say, I'm not going to change your body shape, but I will make you the best version of you. So if you are a size 16, I'm not going to make you a size 6. It ain't happening because we celebrate you as you are.
Excessive.
You will still have a few wrinkles because I'm not going to make you a porcelain doll.
Well, that's something I say to people a lot when I'm explaining. They ask that on the phone is, you know, we will soften things, and whilst we do touch up, you know, wrinkles, scars, bruises, blemishes, stretch marks, that sort of thing, when it comes to the face as well in particular, we are not going to go crazy because we want you to look at your images and go, oh, I love the way I look and I look like me. I don't look like someone else. They want to love the way they look, and it's, oh yeah, that is me. That's not someone different.
Yeah. That's what I think. One of the things that I remember was, I think a little while ago, I interviewed Maddie, and the video should be up on YouTube, I think, as well. But I remember talking to her, and she was speaking about how one of her favorite photos was one, and I love it too. It's gorgeous. I think it's from behind, and it's pretty much just her back with, I can't remember, with lingerie or pants on.
I think she had
just from the back.
Just had denim shorts.
Yeah,
I remember that one.
Yeah. And she was saying that she asked you guys not to retouch like the moles and that sort of stuff because she just loved how natural it looks. So yeah, there'll be some where it's like smooth and others where you're like, no, that's me authentically. Yeah.
Again, we sort of have a consistency that we do with our work. So you sort of just have to put yourself, see one of our images and put yourself into that and go, oh, that's what kind of what I'd end up getting edited, like retouched and stuff. All that style would apply to me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Questions. I have a question if no one else drops one in. But Amy's just made a comment, so I'll read that out first. So Amy's just said they do amazing work. I've had 2 shoots done so far and planning more. If you're interested in a session, these guys are the ones to do it. What would be your ideal boudoir set if there were no limitations?
Okay.
Let me think.
So I want to find the best kind of like a farm, and there's like an old shed sort of thing, like an old barn sort of thing, and all around you can't see anything. There's no cars. There's just hills and scenery, and to do like a boudoir country on a farm, sort of like
rustic.
Yeah, rustic.
Yeah.
I just got so much like visions and inspo going on here. Like,
we got the cowboy hat studio.
Real cool. Yeah.
Gosh, we've been married forever. I was thinking exactly the same thing. I'm like, I want the farm.
Now, you got to get something else now. Taken.
Also, just going to butt in really quickly. I was just going to say, anyone who's watching as well, what would your ideal boudoir set be?
Yes.
Leave it in the comments
because that gives us ideas.
Plant the seed, and we might go, what? Like, that's
how can we make that work?
Yeah.
Twilight set started with just an idea.
Yes, and then it expanded.
And
we've got others coming that I'm like, I want to do them now.
Yeah, we got.
Dave's like, no, not yet.
We're not gonna like side shelf Twilight just yet.
Not yet.
But there are some other ones that are like really cool that are coming.
Oh yeah.
Amy just sent a water shoot.
Go to Joe. What set do you want?
See, I don't know, because I was thinking about something like that as well with rain and thunderstorms, like, you know, that, because I saw this thing the other day on TikTok. There's this place in France that you can go to, and it must be at the bottom of a hotel or something like that. Underground inside, there's this massive pool. It's very dark in there. All the walls are massive screens, and then they'll put, like, on the screens, they'll put vision of what might be like just, you know, trees or far into the distance, and then thunderstorms, and it'll be, they have audio visual of thunderstorms, lightning, and then it rains into the pool while you're in there. Something like that.
That would be cool.
Fly to France just for that.
Take me with you.
What about you, Nicole? What's your ideal set?
Mine, well, I'll butt in and say that Serena just said a beach set.
Oh, yeah. Bikinis.
I don't like sand.
So yeah,
I
was going to say,
can we have fake sand and then I'll fill it?
Yeah, I think mine would probably be one of two. Now, I really like kind of gothic, grungy, alternative sort of like style. So I'd say probably either something kind of like abandoned themed, so like, you know, like empty swimming pools, that sort of stuff, like that aesthetic, kind of like run down. I like the kind of like run down like abandoned versus like pristine like lingerie and stuff, and like the contrast between those. Or, and I feel like I've satiated this a little bit with Twilight because the vibes are a bit similar, but I also like really like, have you seen like posts about like really like gothic maximalist houses where they've got like just like a heap of either like frames on the wall and like ornaments and stuff, but there's almost too much stuff in the house that it's like almost overwhelming.
Like overkill. Yeah,
like that sort of stuff as well, very like gothic based, because that's what I'm into. But I think those
as well.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That's mine, but not quite the same as you. all yours.
Well, you are the associate photographer, so maybe you can venture down that
I
road.
remember back in either the first or second Boudoir and Banter we did, you and I, Sherie, well, I was talking, you were typing about Halloween stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I remember
Halloween
that.
shoot.
yes.
Nicole
Now, that
asks
would
and
be
Nicole
cool.
receives. Guess we're doing Halloween this year.
Yes.
Let's
That-
make it happen.
The options are endless.
Oh, some big pumpkins. Anyone know how to carve a pumpkin? Because I don't know how to do that, but that would be cool.
Can't be that hard,
I'm
right?
a cake decorator. I can carve a
Oh,
pumpkin.
okay. Sherie's going to make some pumpkins. Carve some pumpkins, not make them. She could make them. You could make like
I could make
styrofoam ones.
edible cake pumpkins if I wanted to.
No.
Give it a shoot.
they might
Cake.
melt.
My cakes don't melt.
We should definitely put a pin in this one and talk about this.
Is that going to be
These sexy Halloween shoots.
Is that going to be before or after the Masquerade Ball? Because that's October as well.
Yeah.
Well, Halloween is the end of October, so
Following.
It's going to be a busy October.
Yeah.
we have gone over our allocated hour, and we have kids to put to bed, and so does Sherie. So we're going to say goodbye.
Nicole has put herself to bed.
Yeah.
Lucky
thank
thing.
you for those who have joined us. Thank you for watching us on replay. All right.
Yeah.
Have a great night.
Bye.
See ya.